Hey everyone, welcome to Micro Adventures. I'm Ellie, this is Josiah, and we've got an awesome full body workout on deck for you. We are gonna use a set of hand weights. I'd suggest light to medium for some tricep work. And I think that's all you really need to know right now, but we will start on one weight spring. And we're gonna start in a V-sit super crunch at the front. So you'll have a seat on the floor in front of your front platform. Feet will come to your carriage. I like to use the high handlebars just to kind of get this nice lift through the chest. Core is nice and strong. And then once you feel like the core is engaged, you can float the arms out in front of heart center. From here, you're just gonna hinge back through the upper body and then lift up. So take your eye gaze maybe up towards where the wall and the ceiling meet. You're just hinging back and lifting up. If you want to send the legs out as you hinge back, that is a really nice option. But this little V-sit crunch is really meant just to warm up your core, and you're kind of staying in this angled position with the feet on the carriage here. Now, as you start to do this, if you start to feel this getting into your hip flexors, you can bring your hands back to those high handlebars for just a little bit of support, or behind the thighs, right? And then also if you're feeling like you're up for an extra challenge, boom, just float your legs up, right? And then you can do these little hinges forward and back from here, maybe even a little tuck of those knees in. You've got 20 seconds in whatever move you are choosing here. We have a reverse floor bear on deck with a push-up. So it'll be hands on your carriage, feet on the floor. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go, reverse floor bear. So hands to the carriage, feet are gonna stay on the floor. You're gonna give me a push-up in your plank position. And then we're gonna go floor bear. So scoop through the low belly, bend through the knees, and then slowly lengthen back out. Now, if the push-up feels a little too intense up on the toes, set your knees down on the front platform for me. Just you can set the knees down, you can hit the push-up here, and then you tuck your toes back to the floor, lift the knees, and hit your floor bear. So it's a really sneaky, flowy, easy way to do these push-ups on your knees if that's where you find your best form, which for me personally is definitely where I find my best form. Let's go nice and slow on that bear, right? Really scoop through the low belly. Focus in on the lower part of the abdomen as you slide forward and back in that plank-like position. We've got 15 seconds. You have a reverse cobra on deck. So if you've been lowering those knees down, that'll make a really easy transition for a reverse cobra. In 4, let's set the knees down. In 3, 2, 1, we go reverse cobra. So knees down, we're gonna start bending at the elbows as we slide the carriage away from us, and then push through the heels, the hands rise back up. So if reverse cobra doesn't feel great in your body, I would suggest doing just some tricep push-ups. Just lead with your chest rather than your face. That's always a nice option. Length through the spine, beautiful. And Josiah's giving you that tricep push-up option, right? The cobra is just getting us a little bit more core as we hit the backs of the arms, which is what we're gonna focus on for our upper body work today, is really targeting the backs of your arms. Good. And this reverse cobra is kind of just our segue between getting our core nice and warmed up and getting our upper body going. So on deck, we're gonna be going to 2 black springs, and we're gonna hit a sexy back with our right arm. So you will be loading up 2 black springs. Right hand will come to the carriage. We're gonna go sexy back. Carriage sexy back in 3, 2, and 1. So come to this side of the machine for me, Josiah. We'll go 2 black springs, kneeling beside the machine, right hand to your carriage, and we're gonna get into a sexy back. And we're not gonna come full tabletop. So go ahead and sit your hips towards your heels a little bit. Yep, and just go sexy back with the right arm. You can bring your left hand to the floor in front of you for a little leverage. That's kind of what I like to do, yeah. But we're not taking that full on tabletop position. Length through the spine, strong core. And you will get a little extra core work if you're able to float your arm here. In 4, let's send it back and hold. In 3, 2, send it back and hold. Give me a little bend and a little stretch of that arm, little bend and little stretch. Good, we're here for 4. We're here for 3, 2, back to full range. If you need a little more resistance, just scoot your body back a touch more. A little less resistance, we'll scoot forward. We're gonna go right to the second side, so we're gonna hit the left arm sexy back with the carriage in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hop on over to the other side. So left hand grabs the carriage, and we'll go sexy back, right? Now, let's talk about where you place your hand. So that's another way you can adjust your resistance if you're in kind of a confined space. The further your hand is towards the front edge of the carriage, the more resistance you'll get. The further you walk your hand towards the back edge of the carriage, less resistance. The same is true with your body. Okay, as you scoot your body forward, you're gonna get less resistance. As you scoot your body back, you're gonna get more. You wanna find a position where you can get a strong straight arm so you're really getting that big squeeze into your tricep, right? Really squeeze up the backside of your arm. Be an active participant in your workout, right? If this is worth doing, it's worth doing well. Send the left arm back and hold in 3, 2, hold, little bend, little stretch, little bend, little stretch. Here's 4, 3, 2, full range, 10 seconds. We are going giant rise and shine. So knees on your back platform, hands to the back edge of your carriage. In 3, 2, giant rise and shine. Knees to the back platform, hands to the carriage with an overhand grip. You're gonna start in kind of a child's pose position. So long arms here, and then you're gonna push into the palms, lift through the chest. Good, Josiah's taking a grip to the side edges of the carriage. I personally like an overhand grip, with my hands at the back of the carriage rail so I can push into my palms and lift my chest forward. Great job here. So this is, Josiah's giving me a little sass here, just giving me a little sass. That's the position I like. I didn't say you have to do it that way. So strong straight arms, again, triceps are still working here, but this is also gonna be a lat exercise. So think about these big wing-shaped muscles on the sides of your back sliding towards your back pockets. Check in with the core, right? Really strong through the core, and your hips are stationary. That is so key for this exercise. The hips do not move. Good. All right, friends, we got a big transition from the back of the machine to the front of the machine. The good news is it's like 4 steps to get from one end to the other. We are gonna go to one weight spring, and we're gonna do hamstring curls. So right away, if you hear hamstring curls and you're like, that one weight's just like not enough, you can do these on one block, right? But I'm gonna suggest you try them on one weight. Both feet will plant on the floor in front of your front platform, head, neck, and shoulders on the carriage. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it to the front. We're going one weight spring, feet to the floor in front of your front platform. You're gonna lower down, head, neck, and shoulders rest on the carriage. You wanna make sure your head is comfortable. We good?
Yep.
Okay. And then from there, a little bit of an energetic squeeze the inner thighs, drive through the heels, lift your hips off of the floor. So you can stay in a bridge with your feet on the floor, or you can choose to step your feet up to the platform and do your hamstring curls there. So make a choice, maybe try out both. And for the hamstring curl, we're gonna start to go ahead and lengthen out through the legs, right? Pause where you feel your hamstrings, and then grip the mat below you with your feet and drive your knees forward. As we do these curls, your neck is relaxed, your core is really strong, right? And you want to find this little bit of this engagement through the inner thighs the whole time. Your inner thighs aren't touching, they're not necessarily moving closer together, they're just lightly engaged. Good. Try to avoid your knees pushing forward towards your toes as you do this one. So trying to stop our knees right over the heels, right? We're really getting into the back side of your leg. In 4, we're gonna find our bridge and hold. In 3, 2, find your bridge, hold. So knees stacked over the ankles. Now see if you can send the carriage out 1 inch. So you feel a little tension in the hamstrings. See if you can hold that tension. And now lower your hips down to tap your machine. Drive through your heels, squeeze your glutes, lift up. So a little lower, drive through the heels, squeeze the glutes, lift up. Fire up your core, keep the abs working really hard here. Great job. So this is a shorter full body class that we're gonna hit today. So every movement is so, so important, right? Tune into those muscles, squeeze a little tighter where you need to squeeze a little tighter, move a little slower. Let's hold the bridge up. Let's go back to our hamstring curl. So final little bit in this move, you've got 25 seconds. So we're gonna go escalator lunge for our right leg next. So that means you're gonna need to quickly roll up to standing, turn around to face the back of the machine, and you'll be stepping your right foot onto your carriage. 10 seconds left in these hamstring curls, right? See if you can find your edge. We're gonna move into escalator lunge for our right leg in 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. Use your handlebars. Bring yourself up to seated. We're going to stand up, turn around, and let's bring our right foot onto the carriage. We're going to go escalator lunge. So as best you can, try to get the feet hip distance apart. Right, keep the right knee right over the heel for me. You're gonna lunge on down. Perfect. Drive through the right heel slowly and with control. Lift up. Good, nice work here, Josiah. So hips and shoulders are squared to the back of your space, right? If you can get the left heel lifted nice and high, that's ideal. And if you're able to lower down to get your right thigh parallel to the floor in this move, that is also going to be ideal, right? Really getting a super effective angle in the back line of your leg. Check in with the core, right? As we do this one, we're definitely getting a little bit of a hinge forward from the hips, which means we need to fire up our core and keep it engaged. In 4, we're gonna take it down halfway in the lunge. In 3, 2, just halfway down. Now put a nice bend into your left knee, like a pretty deep bend. Good. Let's go carriage kicks. We're gonna slide the right foot away from us and then bring the right heel back under the knee. So this is, again, another version of a hamstring curl. If you're sensing a little bit of a theme here, yes, we're definitely getting into those hamstrings today. In 4, we're gonna go back to our lunge. In 3, 2, bring the right heel under the right knee, sink down to your lowest point first, and then drive through the heel. Slowly lift it up. Great job. If you're feeling any tension in the left hip flexor, I want you to keep a bigger bend in your left knee the whole time you're in this lunge series. And I want you to really focus on getting a good hinge forward from the hips. You don't want to feel your left leg working. Okay, this is really about the right leg. And if you're still really feeling the left leg, you might need to use a balancing tool, right? You need just a little bit of support to help you get into the right muscles. In 4, we're gonna hold our lunge. In 3, 2, bring it on down into your lunge, hold. I want you to bend your left knee so that it is underneath your left hip. Hold it there. Keep your carriage steady. We're going split squats. I want you to find your lowest point, drive through the right heel, rise up. So try to keep the carriage as quiet as you possibly can. We're sinking down low, dipping through that knee, and then driving back up. So good. Again, keeping a little hinge forward from the hip is going to get us more work into the back line of our right leg, right? A little less quad, a little more glute and hamstring working here. Great job. In 4, take it down low and hold. In 3, 2, sink it down low, hold, give me little pulses down. 15 seconds, you are out of your right leg. I want hands to the carriage, both feet to your front platform. You go reverse plank to pike. You have 5, you have 4, you have 3, you have 2, and 1. Both feet to the front platform, both hands to the carriage. Right here, we go reverse plank to pike. Exhale, you're gonna pike your hips up towards the sky. Inhale as you lengthen out into your plank. So really think about folding your body in half, using your core. So squeeze from the abs and move from the squeeze in your abs. You're making an upside down V shape with the body. Couple things to consider. Thumbs pointing forward, right? So you're pushing down through the heels of your hands on those rails can be helpful. And your heels are gonna stay lifted, right? On plank to pike, we get a nice break if we pike too high and kind of allow the heels to come down, right? We wanna keep the tension in our core the entire time. You've got 15 seconds here in this reverse plank to pike. We're gonna go escalator lunge side 2. I want you to think about how you make this transition really smooth. In 5, we're gonna go left foot to the carriage, escalator lunge. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go left foot to the carriage. Let's go escalator lunge side 2. Right on into it. Hopefully you made a nice smooth transition for us, for yourself. Right, and then once you get into the move, right, I like to think about the transition as like rush, 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 get there, quick as you can. And then once I'm in the move and my muscles are lightly at least turned on, right, so I'm not losing the effectiveness, then I wanna run through my checklist. I wanna start adjusting my form, fine tuning it, making it just a little bit better, right? Because there's all these little extra things in this workout that really add up. So making sure the shoulders and hips are squared forward, right? Finding a nice hinge forward from the hips as you come down into this, pausing every time you get to the bottom, and driving through the left heel, slowly bringing it up. So, so good. If you're feeling any tension in that back leg, right, I want a bigger bend in the right knee. Maybe shake out that leg, maybe grab some kind of a chair or a pole, some kind of balancing device, right? A broom, a Swiffer, whatever you have on hand, right? Your workouts don't need to look perfect. You don't need to have every single piece of equipment. We just get it done with what we got. In 4, down and hold halfway. In 3, halfway lunge, hold. 2 and 1, hold. Big bend in your right knee. Now let's go carriage kicks. We're gonna slide the carriage away from us, bring it back in. I don't know if y'all can hear the wind picking up, but I'm like, nice job, Josiah, not falling off the machine. This is quite the breeze we got going today. We've finally been here in Mexico long enough that it like actually is cold. I don't know if that's we've acclimated or that it's actually cold here, but we are feeling it, hence the long sleeves. In 4, let's go back to our lunge. In 3, 2, drive through the left heel, find your lowest point. Nice job. Slowly bring it back up. Excellent. All right, so we do have a little bit more leg work on deck, some double leg work, right? We're gonna be picking up our hand weights. We're gonna get a little bit more for our triceps. We're gonna get a little bit of a heavy spring load for those legs. In 4, let's find that lunge and hold. In 3, 2, find your lunge, hold. Now let's bend through the right knee until it's underneath the right hip. We're gonna hit our split squats. So sink it down to your lowest point, drive through your left heel, slowly lift up. Now that tip forward from the hips means more core, it means more glute and hamstring, right? The more upright we are in a split squat position is gonna be a bit more quad dominant, whereas when we get that hinge, you're getting the back line of your leg a little bit more, which is my goal and my focus in this class today. Good. In 4, hold it down. In 3, 2, take it low, hold. Little pulses down. We are going 1 red spring, squats, face whatever direction you want. Grab your weights. We're gonna hit a tricep kickback in 3, 2, 1. 1 red spring. Pick up your weights for me. Place 1 foot on your front platform, 1 foot on your carriage. Send it on out, maybe a little wider than the hips. Seal down the outer edges of the feet. From here, we're gonna sit down into our squat. We're gonna find a tricep kickback at the bottom. So strong, straight arms, send it back. Drive through your heels, give me a little hammer curl on the way up. So we're gonna sit the glutes down and back, strong, straight arms. Pause at the bottom of your squat, feel your glutes, feel your triceps. Drive through your heels, slowly lift it up. Good, great job here, Josiah. Get some space between the carriage and the platform, right? Challenge yourself, really slow, really controlled. This is a full body exercise. Okay, so check in with your core, feel your arms, right? If you need heavier weights and you have them, pick them up, because this is our 3rd to last exercise. So you have 2 moves on deck and we're done with this workout for today. And I want you to get what you came for, right? Maybe you chose this class because of the exercises that we're doing in it. Maybe you chose it because it's new. Maybe you chose it for the length of time that you had to fit into your schedule today. But whatever reason you chose it, make every second count. Let's take it down and hold. In 3, 2, take it down and hold. Give me a little bend, a little straighten of the arms. Little bend an inch, send it back an inch. Little bend, little send it back. 10 seconds. We're going standing out our thighs with a chest opener. Keep your weights. In 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, slowly straighten through the legs. Strong, straight arms, palms face back. So squeeze your triceps. Now, as you send the carriage out, tip forward from your hips, press the arms back behind you, and then resist in. So standing out our thighs with the chest opener. This is our 2nd to last exercise. Strong through the core. Think about length through the crown of your head, through your tailbone. Good, beautiful job here. In 4, we're gonna find a little hold. In 3, 2, strong core, strong arms, nice hinge. Give me a little pump of those arms back, little pulse. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, let it burn. Here's 4, 3, 2, full range of motion. Stay in the move, seal down the outer edges of your feet. Can you get a little more space between your legs the entire time? Let's start working that end range, really challenging up the outer line of your legs, right? Strong, straight arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, right? Feel your triceps working here. A lot of work for the back body has really been the focus today, right? Triceps, your lats, your back, your hamstrings, your glutes. And 4, let's find that hold. In 3, 2, find that little hold. Give me 10 seconds right here, little pulses. We're gonna go reverse floor wheelbarrow with a push-up. Knees in front of the front platform, hands to the carriage in 3, 2, 1. Set down your weights. Kneel down in front of your front platform. Hands will come towards the back edge of your carriage for me, Josiah, wherever it's comfortable. And then we're gonna find a wheelbarrow position. So floor wheelbarrow, perfect. We're gonna go one wheelbarrow really, really slow. And then once the hands are beneath the shoulders, you're gonna drop a push-up. So lead with your chest rather than your face. And you can adjust how much spring tension. If it feels too heavy, walk your hands forward or scoot your knees back. Okay, this is a really strong wheelbarrow position, and I want you to go so slow it feels like you're crawling. And I want you actively engaging through your core. So wrap your abs in and around you, squeeze your glutes. Right? You can think about this like a supported wheelbarrow. Instead of being on this really light spring tension, we have to kind of slowly move through this heavy spring tension and mindfully engage the same muscles that work in a regular wheelbarrow. Good, we've got 20 seconds left in our workout. We're gonna finish with just those push-ups. So find your push-up position in 3, 2, find that push-up position, lower down halfway and give me little pulses, little pulses. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Sit your hips to your heels, stretch your arms forward, child's pose. Let your forehead melt down to the machine. Close your eyes. Okay, take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Again, big breath in through your nose. Full exhale out through your mouth. Awesome, awesome work today. Let's bring it up to seated. Okay, turn to face us. Let's seal in all that hard work with 2 deep breaths. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, deep breath in all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome work. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing rest of your day. Say something really nice to yourself. Say something really nice to somebody else, and we'll see you next time.